of Gaelic language still alive,
Mm-hmm.
and they fight about what's official all the time. And it's not just little things either. It's like entire fucking like vowel sounds and how they're pronounced.
Ooh, wow. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a fight.
If you ever try to look up something in Gaelic online, I guarantee you, if you go to a good site, they'll have like the two main pronunciations, and you listen to them, they're like, "That's the same word."
Wow. Insane.
But yeah, it's I completely get why I don't care for the mythology that this is based off. But I was also looking up other terms like in other languages, and there was
Mhm.
like nothing fucking coming up.
Yeah, I
Pyrrhic,
getcha.
the
So
H comes after the R's, right? In Pyrrhic, I can Google it real quick. Sorry, just trying to save
the
the shit.
H I think is before the R's.
Was it?
I thought it was Pyrrich or something like that.
It doesn't look right either way. I hate words like that. I'm a pretty good guesser by
I'm
sight.
usually good
Not-
with spelling, but my brain hurts so bad right now.
This was
H
look
after
nice
R.
to me.
H after R's. Okay, my hunch was right. Cool.
Yeah,
I before E, except after C.
I was like
R
just
before
looking that up
H.
as well, and it's like, yeah, the H is after.
All right.
Pyrrhic.
Is there any audio issues coming on my end? It was
No,
earlier.
sounds good now.
Fine,
I
sounds
don't hear
fine.
anything.
Okay, then I'm gonna assume that Mads will not join us. If Mads joins midway, just fill in the role of the ship that Mads would take. I'm just gonna keep it simple since I kind of pre-warned everyone last week that this was coming. As you made your preparations for the planet Verces, for the ship, you gathered all your belongings, any personal things that you may have needed to grab from Absalon Station. I'll say that you've grabbed it. Any last minute shopping that you may have done, just knowing that you're going to be leaving the station, it may be some time before you come back. I'll include that in that time as well.
One thing that will need to be addressed is, does that hair that we collected work for the ritual for the priest guy?
It did not.
Okay.
It has to be a technology.
Or a piece of matter.
It
And
was-
also, like I thought, she's technically not made in the Shadow Realm. She just had taint of it. All right. So I'm still cursing people out. A number of us are.
I'm gonna draw Mads ones in space until Mads arrives or whatever the situation may be. There's that. So yeah, you set out to go to Verces. It is going to take you a bit of time to get there, about 4 to 6 days to arrive there on your ship. The first day on the ship is a pretty uneventful day. Kind of going with what you did just now in character. The first day is kind of spent in just pronouncing the name of the ship in all of the rooms to adjust to.
Furic? No, it's Paric. No, it's Varic.
Yeah, because there's only the one human who would have the more proper pronunciation if he even, cares about that sort of thing. It's like all the rest of us are not even from Earth.
And just due to the name of the group, the Sad Space Birds, I'm assuming some might pronounce it with a purr.
Nobody else here has watched Ruby? God. All right.
The hell is that?
I love it.
The Pyrrhic Odyssey?
The Fair Hick policy?
A lot of the confusion on the first day is put down to resolve once a solid name is chosen for the ship.
I spent 8 resolve points to fucking
Maybe
straighten
that's
this shit out. No.
That's great. But on the topic of like space activities and things like that, nothing surfaces towards you. You spend the whole first day on the ship just dealing with the crew members and what comes with it, living in close quarters to other people, occasionally hearing sobbing coming from certain individuals.
I'm assuming this is also after the whole other thing,
Which whole other thing? Just to make sure I'm on the same page.
the goblins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Quick little detour to hunt down some goblins, and we left from there.
But yeah, it was an easy first day. The second day is kind of similar. You just go. Pilot is continuing to pilot. I should actually probably switch the map, but I'm not going to worry about it right
Brandon,
now.
in this downtime, can I actually use my research station on a few of the researches that I had planned?
Yeah.
The first one being whatever information I could find with that prosthetic arm. The prototype arm.
Okay. Let me scrap my die. I want you to give me a research. Computers.
Computers is 16 plus 19.
35, Joe? 35?
35.
Cool. 1 second. When you do research into the prototype arm, one piece of information that sticks out to you is the prototype is made from a producer titling themselves as Skit, SKIT. Or I should say, I guess, the manufacturer. When you continue to do research to see what you can find out on it, this prototype arm, it doesn't seem to be functional at the moment. It looks like it's going to require more time if you were to use it as a part. But this looks to be made to replace someone who completely lost their arm 100%. It looks like built into the prototype arm were these little like devices or wires that were set up to kind of symbolize you using like neurons and fingertips and things of that nature.
You know, like a synthetic neural pathway.
Yeah, I'm just using all the wrong words right now.
I know what you're trying to say.
Yeah. But that's what it looks like for the research prototype arm. You can continue to look more into it, but right now it's not in a state to be used. It would just require time, just like most good things in life.
So that's some basic information to start with. The other thing that she would have wanted to work on is, of course, the productivity chip. See if it can be modified so it doesn't have that downset of, just slowly letting yourself waste away.
I'm going to go with the same. Sorry. Go with the same computers check on that. So that's a 35.
This is actually R&D going on here.
I'm looking up the chip from the first book. So just give me a quick, 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was a thing of you don't need to sleep as much. You don't really need to eat as much, but your body just slowly withers and wastes away. So if I could get rid of the downsides of it, it could actually be useful.
Okay, let me see. When you look into this chip, it looks like it's kind of almost the same thing with the arm. Like when you look into this chip only had one program to increase productivity for the sake of sleeping. Trying to reverse the effects is just trying to like re-engineer the purpose of the device. It doesn't look like it was something built into it. It was just, I'm enforcing slave labor onto whoever's suffering from this chip.
Yeah,
and there's no
she basically wants to try to reverse engineer it to build it up in a more productive manner. Just a copy that she could build up herself. I know it's probably not going to, it's going to take beyond the time frame here, but at least getting it started.
So the first part of it would be trying to make the chip ineffective, which would be an engineering check to just try to render the certain pins it would need to just make it ineffective. And then it would kind of be continuing from that point on. So give me a engineering check.
That's a 31.
It's going to take a bit more time. With you spending time focusing on both the arm and the chip, you like mess with a pin, but the chip itself, the implant chip, looks like it's going to serve its purpose. Whoever it's installed to is going to give that nasty effect too.
Yeah, so. Yeah,
Focusing your time on just the chip, you feel would be more successful. With the
after getting the base information from the arm, she's gonna put that off to the side and work on the chip. But yeah, that's basically what Snow's gonna be doing in the downtime. In the meantime.
Okay. Is there anything else with every other party member that you may have wanted to resolve during space travel?
By the time we got back to Absalom Station, there was already a lot of stuff that was resolved. So unless someone wants to approach her and speak with her, she's going to be busying herself in research.
I'm going to use this map as how many days travel it's going to take. It started right here. So first day's travel, second day's travel. You can you get a good glimpse of the planet of Akaton, or the planet known as the Red, in front of you. It looks like the sun has done quite a beating to this planet, but you can still, almost like ants from your spaceship, see that little small organisms or people, so to say, are still travel on here. You can see like little automobiles, and I'm talking at like a telescopic level. You can see like little automobiles kind of moving on the planet, stuff like that. You're close, but you're not that close. You would still have things set up on the planet.
It's still really close to actually see anything on the planet itself.
Yeah. But yeah, on this day, to capitalize with that, on this day on the ship, it feels a bit hotter than it did the day before. But with this newer ship and the new parts built in, the air conditioning is kicking in and doing wonders at this point. Everything's at 100% efficiency, and you don't see any flaws or anything with your new ship.
And Snow is really happy about that after trying to fix up and repair the busted old beater that we had that was centuries old.
So besides what you see happening on Akaton, the second day isn't as eventful as well. As we traverse into the third day, give me another engineering check for the chip.
It's another 16 plus 19.
Okay, that was a 35. Engineering this time, not computers, right?
Yeah. My computers and engineering are both 19.
Okay, so with a 35 engineering check, you find the exact pins that you need to disable the protocol of this chip. It won't... The effects of what this chip would have had would have been similar to that of a dominate person spell onto a person. That seemed to be removed, but doing this process takes up a good portion of your day. Just the amount of focus and attention that you have in finding the right chips takes up most of the day trying to figure that out.
Cool.
The check that you had to beat was a 33, so I'm playing with the 35. That it was a very time-consuming process.
Makes sense.
The rest of the party continues to make sure everything else functions. The ship
Testing out
still
the new
being
gym
piloted.
facilities.
One more time.
Testing out the new gym.
The rest of the party is just making sure everything stays effective. It's at this point that Verces is in sight. The AI system operates and just mentions in like an overhead system to everyone that arrival to Verces will be 1 day.
God, I love hearing that voice again.
Nice and chilly.
Let's spice it up. Kalani, give me a perception check.
18 plus my perception. That would be 15, so 18, 15. That'd be a 33.
33. With a 33, as you get closer to Verces, you notice that out of everyone in the party, Havoc is starting to act like a little bit unusual, where people are like gathering for just their daily meals throughout the day. Some people, maybe Gunnar and Jobron, may join to have a meal together, or maybe not. But you notice like a routine throughout the day when people are eating and when people are in certain spots. You notice Havoc's just kind of been like slugging around the ship. Havoc doesn't seem to stay in one particular part of the ship throughout the whole 3 days that have passed. It's kind of been like one day Havoc is spending a lot of time just observing the thrusters, and another day Havoc is in the food hall, but supposed to be like people watching. It's just kind of distance away from everyone. On this day, Havoc is a bit harder to find, but you hear Havoc go between a mixture of crying and Havoc's room and just sitting in the bridge, kind of just left alone in one of the chairs.
Go up to him and say, "Hey, you okay?"
Havoc kind of just looks over to you, and you can see tears going down Havoc's eye, but doesn't choose to say anything. And then Havoc will slowly stand up, and looks like Havoc's going to leave the bridge area and kind of go down the hallway and maybe, in a way, it'll kind of avoid you.
I just say, it's like, "Hey, if you need to talk, you can always come to me and talk."
Havoc, although Havoc's back is turned towards you, Havoc's shoulders are still very stiff. And you watch Havoc's shoulders loosen a bit, and Havoc just responds with, "I'm still just trying to figure my place in this world. You're going to find out why I'm still alive, what brought me back."
You want to talk about it?
I'd rather not at this moment. I'm finding that isolation is slowly helping. Back on the asteroid, I had moments like this as well, and isolation just helped me cope with everything. And right now, this is what I need.
Well, I'm here if you need to talk to anybody, okay?
Yeah, I understand. I'm just thinking a lot about the what was said to us, and it's at this point I want to kind of retcon to last session. Gunner, when it was mentioned about the gifts, is this something that you mentioned to everyone? Or
Well, I would have depends. Does anyone confront me about talking to her?
I'm gonna say Havoc hasn't confronted you. but it is playing a part of what's going on right now. So I didn't know if you just like openly said it to people, or if you.
Well, I'm not sure. The thing is, I don't know if Gunnar would understand what she means by that. Because all he knows is that he's afflicted with something that makes him curse out people. And he didn't accept that. So what does she mean by that? I don't think he's mysticism enough to understand what she means by accepting the gifts.
Got you. Okay. Then Havoc is gonna actually look towards Kalani and just says, I don't know, I haven't really been feeling like myself since we got off the asteroid. I don't know. I don't know how to fix this.
Oh, probably not.
I just hope that
The asteroid was definitely an experience, and we all have our ways of having to deal with stuff like that. So I don't blame you. Kind of had the same types of things going on when my home world had to be left behind. So trying to find a place in the world, and what your life meant, and whatnot. I can understand how that goes.
when your world was left up behind, were you forced to leave? Did you leave by choice?
We kind of were forced because the planet was pretty much dying, and so it wasn't really going to be habitable. But there were some that I knew who, no matter what, didn't want to leave the planet and decide to stay behind anyway. But very few people, the majority are people of our planet, ended up leaving. And I sometimes wonder if there was something more that I might have been able to do or help with in order to convince the others to come instead of stay behind, or fix what was going on with why we had to leave the planet in the first place.
I can understand to be forced to leave because it's like something out of your control. But I guess I kind of see how similar the asteroid may have been to your home then, where something bad was going to come out of it. And a decision was forced upon you. And I just feel like, and you hear the AI system say, ships aborting. Use caution. Ships are approaching. Use caution. It says, oh, that's new. And then looks towards the bridge and kind of looks around to see if anyone's around to do something about it.
I mean, once
As
in the
soon as I
alert,
heard that,
once in the alert went
right to
out,
the
then
gunner.
Snow would have made her way there.
Yeah, I would have gone right to the gunnery seat as soon as I knew there were ships coming.
Okay. You head as you head directly straight over. Once Snow steps into the room, you hear incoming message.
All right, what do they have to say?
Swap the map again.
Swap, swap, swap.
Invading ship. Leave now, or be prepared to be taken down by force. This is your last warning.
And this is your last warning. This is a Starfinder Society vessel. We are investigating a situation. Stand down, or we will fire upon you.
You don't get a response, but between your line of sight and I'm going to say where this asteroid is, you see it coming from around the side. Weapons already look to be active as you see the ship swerve around the side. The weapons on the aft and the turret kind of rotate in the direction towards your ship,
Fire the rockets.
and that's where you start.
Pew!
Fire pew-pews!
Fire the pew-pews!
Oh, I kicked the fire the rockets.
So,
Fire
one,
pew-pews
two,
at the pew-pews.
all right, so we're going to go into the starship combat, and using what's at the bottom, we'll see how this works. We're going to go phase by phase. So, as mentioned, the captain can go at any point. The chief mate can go through engineering phase and helm phase. And the, let me see, engineer can,
I think I have a. Yeah.
every other one goes for a specific phase. So the engineer, the magic officer, the science officer, the pilot, all have their own phases that they go on, and the gunner obviously is the last phase to go. So I'm going to
The question
use.
is,
Go ahead.
I'm wondering, am I gonna have to be gunner or am I gonna have to be pilot?
Who else is going to be pilot is the question then.
I have some ranks in piloting. 1 second. Let me pull up my character sheet.
I said the piloting, it doesn't need to be at the highest. The gunnery, if anything, actually needs to be the highest.
Got you. My piloting's a plus 14,
That's pretty good.
and I don't know how to determine what my gunnery is.
It's
just the same.
piloting.
Oh, okay.
But mine is a 9. What is mine? I have an 18.
I have a 14.
I have only a 5, so
Yeah, so you sit in the
that's
captain
why I'm the
seat,
magic officer.
either magic officer or sit in the captain seat, and you do that stuff, and we'll handle the guns and the pew-pews.
Okay.
Little
So
man.
in case anyone has to step away from the computer as like a bathroom or a drink or anything, I'm going to use this red circle that's right next to the engineering phase to kind of just symbol what phase we're on.
Cool.
Okay.
So it's an easy way to keep control of what's going on. All I'm going to do is at the start of the round, I'm going to ask who's going where. And I believe the chief mate has to choose at the start of the round what
Correct.
phase they want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Captain can choose at any point, if I'm correct. I may have to double check that. But the chief mate has a specific spot, and everyone else has a specific spot.
Yeah, I think
So-
the captain acts as an instant, basically.
Okay,
So
so
is Blake here? Because he's been really quiet.
that's a good question.
His mic thing seems to be going off.
Oh my god. Alright, so apparently I had my mic turned off this whole time.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
Oh,
Might that be a new record?
Oh no! That was
So
like what, 30 minutes?
Oh.
Oh.
I want to be fair. If there's anything you wanted to resolve before this point, I'm going to retcon it. Oh, man.
Damn.
No, that's pretty good. I wasn't really saying anything because everyone else was doing their stuff.
Okay.
But I was like talking like, oh yeah, my piloting is a 15, and I was just like, and then people were like, oh, is anyone heard from Blake? I'm like, I'm right here.
Oh no!
You know, it's a good thing I said something, or else we would
Yeah.
just...
Yeah, then I looked down at my thing and I saw the light was red, and I was like,
Ooh.
the switch is slipped off. I don't even know how that happened because I remember it being on last time I looked at it.
Oof.
You never notice until it's too late. All right, well there we go.
Alright, so who's going to be pilot?
Okay, so we have a 15 and 14, right?
Yeah, I'm a 14. Blake is a 15.
Joe, what were you?
14 as well.
Okay, so
Now, as far as chief mate goes, I have a 13 in athletics.
and then engineering.
So Joe Brown's gonna be a pilot then.
And then what is Blake? Are you gonna be captain or engineer? I guess.
I mean, I'm going to be doing the engineering and science if the need arises. Well, probably when the need arises is more accurate. But during the starting phase, I'm going to be gunner and then switch from there.
Oh, can you have multiple gunners?
Yeah. If you have multiple guns, you can have multiple gunners, but every gunner has to have a different gun.
Ah, gotcha.
But
Alright,
Or
so-
arc if they're attached by an arc. But yeah, same diff.
Mm-hmm.
And we have 2 forward guns as well as a turret, but the turret is more meant for defense than attack.
All right.
We'll have to see because there's only one. Like we only have 2
Oh.
forward things, so
Right. So because we're man down, we don't have a chief mate for this combat essentially.
Pretty much.
So
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, cool. So then I will be pilot. I had to go look up the pirate mechanics.
Okay.
Yeah,
Pilot.
my piloting is like also the lowest, but I have higher in like being able to be science officer or
Yeah,
mechanic.
Yeah.
no, absolutely.
So-
The only
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
I
yeah.
could even be besides a pilot is a chief mate because it's athletics. So, did piloting update with the new book?
I don't think so.
not that I saw. Just the introduction of those 2 and like other minor roles. But I figured we have enough people to fill. Had 7 roles, so we had
Mhm.
enough.
All right, I have the stuff pulled up for it. It's simple enough.
And if we get any ships bigger than our current one, we have to hire people to help run the ship.
Right. Or build robots. Hint, hint, wink, wink, wink.
I mean, are we actually going to have the time to do that? Because Snow could. She would just need a lot of time to do it.
I mean, after this, we might. After we deal with this whole shenanigan.
Because it's always like one thing to the next.
Yep.
We're taking a month break.
Because just this travel so far, the couple of days where it's actually nothing going on, it's like, this is a perfect time for me to actually do stuff. That's,
Right.
All right, let's see if this was a smart investment for me. Engineering phase. So, is it start of the round? Is everyone in the phase that they would like to be a part of besides the captain?
yes.
Okay. All right. So, in our engineering phase, magic officer for Kalani, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let me have all the magic officer stuff there, which you should be able to check. What would you like to do?
I have no idea.
Did you have a thing of what each of the what each of those new stations are?
It's the journal at the top, so not the speech bubble, not the like upload image. It's right next to the eye with the circle. It should say Starship Combat, and it should have it by or I could just this right here.
And you could
I can just
throw
click
it up
show to
for-
play.
There it is. It's up.
Just hard for me to read. So hold on. Let's see, a miss. So pretty much everything is based on my mysticism.
Yep.
So
You could with the Eldritch shot, you could give a bigger range for a weapon.
yeah, I can augment.
You could give the pilot +2 with cognition.
the adding the range would be great for the heavy laser cannon. It's only a medium range.
Yeah, how does range work? Because it just says short, medium, and long, but I'm not sure how many
4,
tiles that is.
4, 8, 12 increments, I think.
Yeah.
No,
Um,
short.
It's
Short's adjacent.
Texas. It's let me see. I think it's short. I think it's
Unless
either
that's
5
some,
or 10.
unless there's a different word for adjacent.
I should have looked that up. I should have put that on here. I'll take that.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got it.
that's also something. It's like I had to look up before. I think it was like 4, 8, 12.
5, 10, 20.
Ah.
10, 20, okay.
We were close. Yeah, 5, 10, 20. And that goes for the radar as well as the guns.
Cool.
Also, for the attack roll for gunners, when it says pilot skill, does that mean your ranks or your total?
It
Your
is
total.
your total.
Total, okay.
Yeah, the total score that you would get, not your rank points.
Correct.
I'm thinking probably do a Mystic Haze. Basically, it'll hinder the opposite ship's ability to get information on our ship.
Okay.
So I think I'm going to do that.
So the DC is a 20 plus 1.5 the ship's tier.
You see, yep, 20, 1.5, 9, half a 9 would be 4.
Yeah, it rounds down.
So 33.
So you got to beat a 33 with a mysticism check.
Alright, so 1 second.
If I move this window, does it move for everybody?
No.
All right, cool.
For the initiative board thing?
No, the magic officer thing.
No, that's all
It's just
each of our own thing.
just making sure because I didn't open it on my own.
I already.
Yeah, I didn't either. I just kept it there.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had it up before Brandon threw it up, and I had exited right when he did, so it's like already down for me.
It's like, why isn't this working?
Right now, I just have the gunnery phase up.
Try to make it easy.
My D20 is a 14. My mysticism is also a 14.
So with a 28, let me see. 6 strength to mysticism, 1 resolve point, mysticism check, succeed, and call forth a magical burst of static to block your enemy's view. Garble your opponent's sensors. Okay, so with a 28, you try to put like this barrier up, overlapping their ship, so that way it would just be extremely difficult for their science officers to get a good read on the inside of your ship, the inhabitants, and everything of value. You know, the different docks and things of that nature that they might try to target in your ship. You feel like you could be successful, but you're a bit uncertain. This other ship is 25 hexes away from you, so you feel like you put some effect since you spent the resolve point, but you really won't know for sure until they get closer. I feel like the fact that a resolve point is there, it's a bit of like uncertainty. Like you put a little bit more oomph in it than normal.
Right.
But you're actually the only person in that phase. They don't have someone doing it.
Right.
Also, don't forget that the computer bonus, 2 people could pick a +2 bonus to their rolls.
That is why you are
you
captain.
have a
Yep.
Mark II duo node.
So yeah, don't forget those extra bonuses from the computer.
Yeah.
All right.
Probably best to save one for the gunner just to make sure we do
Oh
some
yeah,
damage.
at least one for the gunner.
Gunner, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
What did you say it was? A +2 bonus to how many people?
2 people.
Super round.
Yep.
Mark II duo node or something like that.
The Mark II Duo node. Bonuses 2 + 2s. It was fairly expensive, so make use of it.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Also, that should also help the science, whatchamacallit, the magic officer. So, for future, by all means, if you need to use it, get the +2.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it in the helm phase because I feel a lot more people will be doing things in the helm phase than in the engineering phase. But just remember, 2 people can use it.
Cool.
That being said, we are in the helm phase, and it looks like both of the pilots are going up. So we'll decipher that now.
Okay.
Yo, Joe.
Do I roll a d20 for initiative, or is it just my piloting?
So it's your piloting skill.
It's just
Plus your
straight piloting
D20.
skill.
I'm sorry,
Alright.
your piloting skill plus
Oh,
D20.
plus d20.
Yeah, piloting check.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Cool.
Yeah.
Might be.
You're basically saying who
Alright,
goes
so-
first.
I got a 15 and then plus 14, so 29 total.
Woo!
Just got a message from Mads. She's gonna be a bit late. She was having a conversation with her dad,
Okay.
so she will be here.
Okay, cool.
So I'll just leave Matt's pieces in the middle of space until the time arises.
Yeah.
Okay, so with a 29, you beat the 25 that I got on my roll. So I'm just going to do this now, and I'm going to do my movement.
By the way, where is the enemy ship? Because I'm not seeing them on my screen.
It's up here in the top right corner.
In the top right.
Oh,
it's
okay, I see them now. Yeah,
Yeah.
my gunnery phase thing was.
Ah,
So that's my bad.
it's all good.
All right, who's gonna be on what guns as well?
Should I be on the main gun?
I mean, depending on how things end up, if we end up doing like a flyby,
Let me know.
then the two
Let
of
me
us
know
on the
how you guys
forward.
want. I'm looking for my skill and turn my speed and turn radius now. I have to read.
I mean,
speed
the
and turn
forward
radius,
ones are the
speed
best
is
for
6, drift
offense.
rating is 3,
Turn 2.
and it's average maneuverability.
Yeah, I see. Turn 2. I get that. And then where's the actual speed? Where is that?
It's
one?
the 6.
Oh, 6 axis. Got it. Cool. Alrighty.
All right. Yeah, I think the 2 highest should probably be at the 2 forward guns,
Alright.
the heavy
So
laser
he did
cannon
his
and
movement.
heavy plasma torpedo launcher.
Yeah, his movement is done.
And I'll probably actually hold on to the turret in case he launches any missiles at us.
Alright, cool.
Alright.
Which what kind of radar do we have?
That should be
Not radar. Sorry, I don't care about radar. What are our weapons ranges? Sorry.
weapons ranges. The twin
long.
forward, the heavy laser cannon is medium. The heavy plasma torpedo launcher is long. The turret is short. The aft gun is short, and both sides are medium. So we're essentially the weakest at the back.
Damn. I can only get within 11 hexes of him. Let me see. Full power.
I mean, that would put us in range of, well, just shy of
I
in
want
range
to
of
get in
medium.
range of both, so I'm gonna use the full power ability. So I'm going to use one of my resolve points to move 1 1/2 times our speed, and can make 2. I can make turns, but I have to add 2 to starship's distance between turns, so it's harder to make turns. But we only need to turn once, so that's not a big deal. Okay, so I add 3 hexes to my turn. I need to take away a resolve point. Where's my character? Oh, it doesn't have the stuff on this one. Darn it. Oh, I just gotta program my stuff in real quick so I can take it away.
And what were the ranges again, like in terms of tiles?
5, 10, 20?
Yes. Short, medium, long.
Yeah.
Alright, so Brandon, 9 hexes.
9 hexes. Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wait, can I move this? Oh, I can. Sorry.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now I can turn once, but I'm going to wait until 5 and turn once. 6. Oh, actually. 6, 7, 8, 9. So now we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes away from it. So you
Alright,
guys
so
can
we're both
engage
within range.
all of your weapons, and that's the end of Helm Face.
Alright.
I'm going to retrace the path that I did, so that way you can get a good idea of what they were aiming for. I just feel like Starship-wise, you would probably look at what maneuvers another ship is doing if you're a pilot. So they went this way. 1. In that order.
Okay. Cool.
I feel like that's something like you would pay attention to. Like,
So
all
they
right, this
mostly
guy.
have a slightly better turning radius than us, it looked like.
Yep. Might be a smaller type craft. Either that or a
Means
better
easier
engine.
to hit. Let it die. And small little baby
All right,
flames.
so that's the end of helm phase.
I do have a science officer attempting to use science officer stuff. So I mean, I don't feel like grabbing the die because I have my die set for gunner phase. So I'm just gonna do online for this one.
Well, there you go. You got a decent roll.
Okay. Let's see. They would have looked up this, and okay. Ends that turn. They're going to get ready for gunner phase as well.
All right, Blake, you want to take the what is it? The heavy laser cannon?
Sure. And the range on that one is.
That's a medium, so you are within range.
You are within
it's a,
range.
It's a 10.
It's a 4d8 damage if you hit.
All right. Yeah, it's 5, 10, 15, or 20.
Yeah, it's 5, 10, 20.
Yep.
Okay.
So if you're within range for that.
Yes, you are within range, so you don't have to worry about any penalties. It's just if you do a full fire, of course, it's the -4 as normal.
Yeah, but that would only be allowing us to fire 2 weapons.
All right, heavy laser cannon, medium 48. Did I get that correct, or did I miss a part?
Say what?
Yeah. Heavy laser cannon, medium 4d8.
All right, and I'm going to use one of those +2s. No one's used any of those, right?
No.
Nope.
Correct.
Wait,
Okay.
did Joe use it? No.
I did not. Use
Okay,
a roll.
cool.
Yeah, and I didn't either.
Okay, cool.
If
Didn't
they
need
launch
any
a
stunt
if
yet.
they launch a missile, I might need the other one, but we'll see.
I mean, I'm taking care of the missile.
No, if they launch one at us, because I have the flat cannon for defense.
Oh!
Oh, what is it?
37.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. Starting this
What's your
off
crits?
strong.
What do crits do in Starship Combat?
Well, let me break
Critical
out the
effect.
card.
It does.
Whatever critical effect the weapon has.
Yeah,
So
it does
you
extra
already
damage.
have a critical threshold on it.
Oh, right.
It does extra damage.
Um,
Double check that. As soon as that thing had... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Critical damage is scored when a gunner check results in a nat 20 on the die, and the damage is dealt to the target ship's hull. So it doesn't even go against the shield points.
ooh.
It goes straight damage to the ship.
Oh shit.
Let me see. The critical range is expanded to a nat 19 or 20 on the die if the target starship was successful in the successful target's system signs officer action. Crit damage is also scored. Okay. Let's
Very
see.
cool. Oh, did it matter which way I turned, guys, for our guns? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
I mean, we wanted to face them head on
Okay, good.
because that's our
perfect.
most
Yeah.
powerful cannons.
And
I
most
just forgot to
plentiful.
actually set it, but cool.
Yeah, there's only one gun on... Well, there's 2 guns in forward, 1 gun on each side, or sides in the back, and then the turret.
Defending turret, right?
Yep.
Cool.
And
Okay.
the forward is the strongest. The sides are the okay guns, and the back is the weakest.
All right, so that is a critical hit. So the damage that you apply will go straight to the ship. Won't even touch the shield points that surround it on each side.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have you roll a D100 to see what is affected on the ship.
Nice. First damage dealt with the Pyrrhic Odyssey in the proper campaign.
I don't know if I should reroll that.
56, that I think is either engines or
56. Randomly determine one arc containing weapons. Condition applies to all gunner action using weapons in that arc.
nice.
So I guess to go with the random, roll D4. And 4. So I guess I should have determined what all 4 were. I guess I'll just say the front. I'll just say the front weapons are
Nice.
affected.
Perfect.
All right. And in terms of damage, is it still just 48, or does it get the usual double the amount of dice thing?
It might be
I
the
think-
normal 48 because it bypasses the shields.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That and the condition happens.
Mm-hmm.
So it's glitching. So they're let's see. Crew actions involved in this. It's at a -2 for their gunners, which will cancel out the +2 from the captain that I was going to do this round.
Nice.
Okay, 48. Once you roll the damage, I'll go to the next gunner and we'll finish this out and see what happens.
I don't know if you want me to re-roll this or not. Just because I rolled just to do it beforehand to get this done quicker, so I had the numbers ready. But that's another net 20.
I had more than one ship planned for today. Bring it.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
So it's...
Okay. Are you guys seeing what I rolled, or
No, we're only seeing the 4.
Yeah.
Okay, because I hit roll and it's just been saying roll. Up there it
There it
goes.
goes.
There it
Took a while
goes
to
up.
load.
It was just taking a while. So
Oh,
yeah,
man, those are
the
all
heavy
bad.
plasma torpedo does 5d10 damage. It also
Yeah.
has a tracking system with its long range. So you could actually fire it from technically beyond the long range and actually have it follow the enemy ship.
Well, don't matter. It's a 20. And it's in range. Okay,
All right,
so
and it
that's
took
the
14
damage.
damage.
This is going to be a really short
think
charge
it's
to
about
combat
average.
because of a crit.
Well, this first motherfucker is going to go pretty quickly.
And I'll roll my D4 to see what we hit.
You had to roll the D100 first.
All right.
Yeah, the 40 to 60 had to randomly determine.
Yep.
D100. 50.
There
There you go.
There we go, and it's number 1, so that would be what, the rear?
Yeah, I don't know how you did that, but
Oh, guys.
Going around.
They got hurled.
We can give them the
Alright.
hurler maneuver.
Woo!
Nice. That's some pretty good shit right there.
Does
That
that hit
sounds-
another critical threshold is the question. Or
If that don't disable,
or is the nat 20 just the natural, like, 1 critical threshold?
so
14 to the front, 19 to the back.
Well, the 19 was also to the ship's hull itself.
Yeah. And so was the 14.
That's 30-something odd damage to the ship. Bypassing the shields entirely. Holy fuck.
Yeah, 33 damage. So
It's like, our ship's hull points is a total of 190. But still, bypassing the shields.
wait until I run the Eldritch shot for you guys for next turn.
okay, I just had to send a message out. So that's sent. I think the person saw the message that I want to see it.
Oh,
And on to, were there any other gunners?
I mean, I am technically on gunnery phase, but it's more of defense. Like if they launch a rocket at us, the flat cannon will attempt to shoot it down.
Okay. All right, so let me see the crew actions involving the system. So the gunners have a -4 penalty, and crew members that are gunners can't take the push action.
Oof.
Yeah.
Q.
We're just completely fucking disabling them.
Mm-hmm.
Fire.
You're the ones that were trying to come after us for whatever reason.
Okay, they're gonna do what they
I mean, we did tell them.
Yeah.
had planned. Since all of this would be resolving at the same time, they're gonna do what they had planned. So I'm gonna do my 2 shots real quick.
Oh, excuse me.
1 and 2. So the one I have a 28 as they try to shoot at you, and that's with the -4.
And that misses.
The other one I have a 19, which would technically nat because the science officer made it for a nat on the 19 to 20.
Mm.
But I have to see if let me see, 19 plus the 16 that's here, 35.
35 hits. Also, was any of them like a rocket or a missile?
One was their forward was a heavy torpedo launcher.
Yeah, that would be the rocket.
The second one, the one that actually hit, was the turret, which is the chain cannon.
All right.
So the forward had it, and the turret one. Okay. So I'm gonna just do the damage for that. It looks like it would be towards your forward
Forward
report.
shields. See, it's 15 shield points for each of the different sides.
Okay. I'm gonna do this real quick. I forgot you can do like a GM roll for damage, so that way. Okay. 14 points of damage.
All right. That was. Yeah, the front shields still have a single shield point left to them, but no damage to the ship itself.
Okay. So yeah, after that exchange of blows and them taking 2 fatal hits, you can hear communication, like it's kind of fizzled on your end, but you can hear communication definitely being spoken. And another ship is picked up on your system. As I take it from the GM layer to the layer that you can see, I'm going to have you decide who's going to be in what phase.
I'm going to the science station.
I'm contemplating captain. Would you guys like that, or would you like me to stick on gunner?
I mean, if another ship is joining us, we might need you to stick on gunner
Yeah, it might
to
be a
have the
good idea.
extra damage output.
The bottom right corner of the map, there's a second chip with a red and blue dot, so that way you can decipher between the ships that are in front of you.
Okay.
Okay. So that's happened. So now we will start with the engineering phase if everyone has decided what phase they want to be, and obviously, captain can choose whenever. So
So we're on the engineering phase.
Okay, engineering phase. Lonnie, you are up.
So, I am gonna do the Eldritch shot, and I rolled a nat 20.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
I did roll a nat 20, and then I
Crits
have
across the board. God, this ship is nice to us.
and then of course my mysticism is 14, so a 34.
One more time, you went for Eldritch shot, was it?
Yep, the Eldritch.
Okay. Okay. So, you just, with your mysticism, you see the second oncoming ship, and doing the first thing you can, you just use mysticism to your advantage. Just kind of cone, like a bigger, almost like a cone, to make it directly for wherever the gunner's trying to shoot. They have just a easier line of sight, not line of sight, but easier shot to shoot at the other opponents. A small enhancement looks like it's placed on the gun, from what everyone can see on the bridge. It looks to be Kalani's doing. On my turn, the engineers are going to try to start to patch things up with some engineering checks. 17 on the die, so that's going to take it down 1 for the gunner. So it's a -2 now instead of a -4. They can use push actions, and that's going to end the engineering phase.
All right. Let's see. Home phase. Do I go before or after the pilot?
Your choice. You're the captain, so you can
I mean,
shoot.
I'm science officer, not captain.
Oh, okay. How about Joe and I will do our pilot roles, and then you can decipher that.
Okay.
I feel like that's
the first
fair
thing I'm
enough.
gonna do is gonna be easy enough, anyways. Balancing the shield.
Okay. So pilots, make your pilot rolls.
You got it.
The 0 for your number. I'll make my 2 rolls here.
13 plus 14, 27.
I don't want to talk about that 10 roll that I got. But you're at the top of the order, so I'm just going to do this in reverse.
Okay.
And then place a 0 as I take their moves. This one, I don't know if their pilot wants to attempt a maneuver with the aspect nearby.
Don't worry about that roll. That was an accident.
1. And I'm just going to have it, it's actually facing exactly the direction it's going. Second ship is going to just do a straight beeline up. Okay. Both pilots are done.
1, 2, 3, 4. Where's the little rotation button? I don't see it. Let me get closer.
Oh, you just click on the ship.
I was minimized, or
Oh, okay.
my zoom was too far away. 5, 6. Okay. And I think that's in the front range cone, yeah? Or do I need to turn again? I don't know. They look equidistant to me. I think that's fine,
you'd
right?
need to turn again. I'm not 100% sure.
I don't mind turning again. I moved too, so I can. But does that look better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, because I think the way it works, it would go out from like the corner like right here, and then like go out like
Oh,
diagonally from that.
that makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. Alrighty then.
Okay, pilots have moved.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
there's
so like
any-
this, and then
there's no
that
reason
would be the
to,
front, and that
Science
would be
officer
the.
drop.
Yeah, I would have overshot him if I full powered again. So let's see. I didn't need a barrel roll. I didn't need an evade. Yeah.
Okay, science officer.
All right, that's a 16 plus, I believe it's computers. So 16 plus 19. And that's supposed to beat a
So 35.
yeah, 35. I'm pretty sure that beats the DC of 10 plus 1.5 the ship's tier.
Yeah.
So the ship shields are now balanced. We currently have 12 at the forward and rear and 11 at both sides.
Okay. On the last turn, since you're a science officer now, on the last turn, you just felt that the first round that they were trying to target systems onto you, and that is what helped with scoring that crit hit to your ship. You feel that they are possibly trying to continue the same type of action. They just seem to take you as a threat and is trying to get right to the point and take you out as well. We'll see if my roll deciphers that. Does not. Okay.
Nice.
We're kicking their ass.
However, as you are approached, and I won't say flanked exactly, as you seem to be in between the two types of ships, and you did pick up that there was some type of communication happening, you feel that this other ship may be attempting to scan your ship and may provide that information to the other ship. Now I'll do the scan roll. Okay, so let me see. I have a 26 for a scan, so I
I'm
can
pretty
attempt
sure
to
that
check.
scan works.
So it goes a scan, and just from the start, the basic information: living crew, complement, ship classification, the size, speed, and maneuverability of each ship. I can see it on Discord, but I'm only looking at it as the size and speed and maneuverability. They know nothing about your gun power besides it hurts.
Besides being down the barrel of said gun power.
Exactly. All right. And that's it for me. So then we go into gunnery phase.
All right. You want to go first, Blake?
Sure. And short range is 5, right?
Yes.
Don't
Okay.
forget one of the guns has an extra 5. They have extra 5 because of Eldritch shot.
Extra 5 to hit or extra 5 damage?
Sure. 5 spaces.
Oh,
So
spaces.
range.
Yeah, so range. So range is a lot is larger.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do fire at will to fire the turret and one of the forward guns at this guy right here.
I wouldn't suggest the turret because it's the basic flak thrower and it's really weak.
Well, I was thinking Connell would want to use the other front range cannon.
I mean, he could also use one of the side arcs to hit the other ship because it's within the medium range.
Okay, you cool with that, Connell?
You got a
Wait,
smart
what do you want
pilot.
me to do? Do you want me to attack forward and to the side?
Now, Blake is going to attack forward. You attack the one to the side.
Okay.
Aim it at its engines if you have a choice.
I don't. I'm not level 12, so I can't.
Okay.
But hey,
Because otherwise, I could do a precise target if I did.
this is why the science officer and engineer is kind of directing everything.
And did anyone use the +2 bonuses yet?
No one has used it yet.
Okay,
So
and
by
it
all
says
means, both of you use it.
yeah, and it
Okay.
says per character. Does that mean it applies to all things done that round or just to one?
I worded it bad. It's with the parts in your ship, 2 people per round will get a +2.
Yeah, so during your round, it's the +2.
Okay, so I'll get a +2 for both attacks then.
Your fire will is a single attack that gets you 2 attacks. Is that how I'm listening to it?
Yeah,
Pretty
it's you
much.
fire
It allows you
2
to fire 2
starship
weapons.
weapons. Yeah, you get to fire 2 weapons at a -4 penalty to each shot.
All right. Let me.
So I was
let me
just wondering
reread
if
the
then-
actual.
If that's the case,
Let
it'd
me
be a
reread the actual.
-2 to each shot. If it is
Okay.
what I'm thinking.
Let me just make sure it doesn't specifically says a single roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not too. That's a good question. Very, very.
Yeah, that's what I was asking. Is would it be like -2 for both shots or -2 -4?
Like every week I have like it prepared, and this is one thing that
It's always something.
hindsight in my
Always
face,
something.
that's a really good question.
I'm thinking since we have both of them to use, if you use both of them, so it's 2 for each.
But what we're trying to see is if he could use like the 1 +2 for both of his, and then have the other +2 for Gunner's attack. And, yeah, I
Each
did
node
look. It is
grants its
within the
bonus to
range.
1 starship combat check per round. One
Alright.
starship combat check per round. So if fire at will is a single combat check, then it would grant the +2 to it.
But it is
Yeah,
2
but
attacks.
each attack roll is
Let me
done separately.
clarify.
So
So the one would be
Yeah.
a -2, the other would be a -4.
All right, so
All right.
the actual book doesn't help. Let me see if there's any errata on it.
So I'll use the -2 on the torpedo launcher since that does the more damage.
It does good damage, and it also has limited fire capability. It's not infinite ammo. I believe there's only.
Where's that shown on the thing?
I don't think it is, but I do remember all the rockets and missiles have a 5. Yeah, it's actually listed under the forward arc. Heavy plasma torpedo launcher, limited fire 5. So you have 5 rockets to use. Which is now 4, and after this attack 3.
Also, what is my range now?
It's, I think, what, +2?
No, I mean the range of. I'm using the apt arc because it's a medium range weapon, but then
That's a 10.
the mysticism check.
Which I believe will
10
put at
plus
12.
5, I think, was what
Yeah.
Kalani said.
Ah.
Yeah,
So a
five would be
total of
15.
15.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
well within
Yeah.
the range.
We get +5 hexes.
Wait, the thing to our side is within range?
Oh yeah,
15 hexes or 15 feet?
15 hexes.
Okay.
Because
Heck, it's even within just the 9.
yep,
Like it's like you
That's
don't
why I
even
was
need
getting
that plus
confused.
Like,
5.
Like, so I was saying 15 feet. I'm like, that is not even close.
that's what I
You're
was
trying
saying.
to give me a -12.
That's what I was saying is like the one of you attack the forward, the other one attacks the side. We could hit both of those fuckers.
All right.
Yep.
But yeah, so this will be the torpedo attack.
Okay.
Oof.
Oof.
I'm not seeing any errata on it. Brandon, it'll be up to you.
I'm gonna have it on just one attack.
Yeah, so it's the -2 on one and -4 on the other.
I feel like with each class in Starship, there is to be a challenge.
I posted
Have
the core rule book quote so you can read, but yeah.
All right, and then this will be the laser cannon.
Mm.
Ooh,
Ouch.
Making up for that nat 20 last round.
all those nat 20s
Um,
last round.
Did
Oh, yeah,
the
that was a lot of
19? Did the 19 at least hit, or did they? Is that a miss for both?
I doubt that hit,
The 19 did not hit.
because our armor class is 30 and 31.
Okay, so I'm upside.
The positive is there is no nat 1 effect.
Yep, that is a
Because
positive.
technically,
That's
skill
a
was every-
30 to hit the ship.
Let me see.
Let's see if its armor class could beat ours.
I just have to look at the pilot's skill because that changes the number of pilots.
That's true.
That's the only thing I have to check. Like, if it was just the armor class that stated in the book, that passes. But because I have a character assigned to it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
That-
10 plus the pilot's skill, ship arm bonus, blah, blah.
that does not succeed. Just missing by a little bit. I won't give you the exact number, but it's you're close to hitting it.
All right.
And I don't know what number you rolled, so I don't know if that was difficult or if that was easy.
So crit to an all minutes, huh? All right. I guess that balances it out.
Fair enough. So I'm going to start with the ship that's above you. It is going to be shooting. You're not in its forward. So
Or it's aft,
least,
so there's...
Did the shield get balanced?
Yeah, I balanced them.
Cool.
it's on its aft. I'm not looking at the roll 20 right this second. It's on the
I'm keeping tight track of the shield stuff.
it's going to make 2 attacks. One of them is going to be the turret that shot last time, the chain cannon. The other one, if it's the aft, is going to be a light EMP cannon.
We're on its starboard side. We're on its port side. Sorry.
Oh, okay, all right. Then it's going to attack with a light particle beam.
Oh,
If
so
you
it's
know.
a God, it's... We got the destroyer. It was the other one, the carrier.
Oh, let's see. Gunners.
I know this shit because I was building these fucking ships, and I know that one of them has like a medium frame weapon port on the side.
I'm sorry. Not that 20 that time.
Oh.
There it is.
Oh my gosh.
Turnabout is fair play, I guess.
Mhm.
Well, the good thing is for the chain cannon, it's not so bad.
It still goes right to our hull.
Okay. So on its port side, the light particle beam. That's gonna miss. 14. So 26.
26 misses.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll this. Screw it. The chain cannon only hits for 64.
Only hits for 64.
Yeah. Last time I got, I think 13 or 14 points of damage. So now you see it's about the same damage. The only thing is this hit the hole. And because it counts as a crit, though,
Yep.
I'm gonna roll D100.
The problem is I do not have access to the thing on the roll 20, so I'm gonna have to try to make a note.
Low roll, I think, is engines. It's either engine or life support.
15.
15 is sensors.
No. Okay, good. That's better than I thought it was.
Because
That's
I
not
have
terrible.
it's on the ship sheet. So the sensors are now glitching.
Okay. Second ship is going to attack with a heavy torpedo launcher.
Use that flat cannon.
Can we though?
Yeah.
Because
It's a
we both
reaction.
attacked.
It's
Oh,
a
it's
reaction.
Oh, okay.
Now, who do you want to make it
That
do
is
it?
right here. I am not. Oh my god.
It's another nat 20. Come on,
You
use
do
that
a
flat
big
cannon.
roll.
I have a 15 piloting. What's Gunner's?
Mine is 18.
Okay, then you take that flat cannon
Alright.
shot.
Okay. That's going to be another 30.
So with the flat cannon, how would you shoot it? This is just me asking because I don't remember.
It's a it's a reaction shot system, so it's I'm trying to remember the rules for
Interception.
yeah. I can't remember the rules for it, and I don't have any of the stuff in front of me.
What are we asking for? I'm sorry.
When it comes to the ship's flat cannon, it has a interception ability as a reaction to counteract missiles, like missiles and rockets. I'm trying to
Got it.
remember what the exact rulings are for that.
All right, give me about 30 seconds.
That is why I kept the fucking flak gun. Because the other option was a more powerful net launcher.
What's the actual name of it? Flak thrower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the more powerful net launcher does more damage. It's also really close range, but it's also more meant for taking out incoming missiles. All right. Immediate gunnery check with the point weapon against the incoming tracking projectile using the bonus listed in parentheses in the weapon's special entry.
Which I put after the blurb.
It's a point +8. Yeah, so it's the +8 to the roll. It's the DC 10 plus the tracking weapon speed. All right. So whatever the tracking missile's speed rating, the dice roll +8 has to beat the 10 plus the tracking weapon speed.
So heavy torpedo launcher. I'm just trying to confirm it because I'm looking at it. It looks like it's long, which would be 20.
And the weapon speed is separate from the range.
Okay. All right. What's that?
If you tell me the weapon name, I can look it up for you real quick, B.
Heavy
I think he said
torpedo
heavy
launcher.
torpedo.
I think it's a 14.
I believe.
14.
So it's a 14 plus 10, so I had to beat a 24.
Speed 14. Yep, correct. With a +8.
Yep, you get
With a
plus
+8 to me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I fucking destroyed that. Because it's 18 plus 12 plus 8. So it would have been a 38.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That seems a little suspect.
Should just be the 10 plus 8 instead of the usual bonus to gunnery checks.
So it's
Look at the
a
parentheses in
die
the
roll
middle.
+8.
Yeah. Correct. So you need to roll 16 or higher.
Okay, I got 20 because I got 12 on the die.
All right. So yeah, that fails.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's a nat 20, so it's straight to our hull.
Let me calculate our thresholds real quick.
I mean, they've both been nat 20 so far, so they both automatically hit the critical threshold, and our critical threshold is 30.
Oh, okay. I did 1/4 each time. I just figured it was a quarter. Wait, yeah. Damage threshold is only if it deals that in one turn, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's the every 25%. Right. So.
I mean, there is no damage threshold at all. It's just critical threshold is 30. Bigger ships have the damage threshold.
I said damage threshold. I'm going to say critical threshold.
Damage threshold just means we take less than that in a hit, it does 0. Like regular damage threshold, regular DT.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Critical threshold is what, every 30 points we take a glitch?
Yep.
Oh, okay. So it's not every quarter. Okay.
So it's a 23 damage.
Then ignore those numbers then.
Yup.
Oof. We're quickly approaching half of our hit points now. $73. That is our engines.
Fuck.
We took 2 crits, huh?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
her guns do a lot more damage than ours.
Well, that was just like a luck of a crit and it not going through shield points because you rebalanced it and everything.
Even with the rebalancing, that would have taken away 11.
All right. Next round, Kalani offered to take up captain. I guess more in the engineer phase. I'm gonna wait until she returns. Oh, she already actually kind of took her time. Going to change the captain in the engineer
Moving
phase.
speech.
Moving speech, 18 on the die plus 13, and expertise in 5. So
36.
36. Moving speech, I just got like the captain.
I'm back.
Perfect
Maybe
time.
you're just getting to your turn.
Yeah, so I was planning on doing the moving speech, which gives the remainder of the phases allies roll twice and take better result.
So
The
start
only-
a new round.
The only thing with the moving speech is at 12th level, and all of you are currently at.
Oh yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
But I will count that roll if you do choose to do something else besides captain. That
Yeah,
that's a
I'll
success
do
to me.
something else. I didn't notice that level 12. Okay.
I'll count it as a success. I'm not gonna have you re-roll, because you look like you already had your turn planned out.
Brandon, I got a question.
What?
The 2 series of damage that you did against us were what was in the online roller, right?
The the online roller. The D4s.
The
The one
64s and the 5d8s.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure because I had
38 damage.
overheard a different number and added that in as well. So we're actually better on whole points than I thought.
Yeah, we should have only lost about a quarter, a little less than a quarter.
There was one that I did. I did the first 64 attack that I had, which was 14, and I think you said, "Oh, that didn't touch, shield points, didn't get past it." But yeah, everything else has been shown in front of you.
All right. So I fixed that on our ship's end. Yeah, we're doing better than I thought.
Oof.
Huh. System was just conking out for a second. We're good. Okay.
Answers keep fooling
I'll
around.
switch. I switched to I think what order?
I wanted to switch phases as well to engineer.
So I guess what I'll do is at the start of the round, what phase would everyone like to be in?
Engineer this time.
Captain being whichever phase. Is Kalani going to take the captain role?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the captain role during engineering phase. And let's see, hold on. Trying to think here. I think I'm gonna do the orders then. And spend a resolve point. Let's see, hold on. Orders, you just spend a resolve point. Hold on a second. I'm trying to think. Orders, encourage. Or demand. I think I might go with the encourage, because that's a diplomacy check as well, and that will grant a +2 to a check, to someone's check, to people's checks.
Okay. Which this works like aid another.
Yeah, if I can aid another, you grant a +2 to a check.
So which member would you like to give a +2 bonus to?
Let's see. I'm thinking whoever is that gunner who's doing the side one to the guy that's coming up on our backside.
You guys want me to do that again?
If you want.
I'm asking everyone else.
Might actually be better if we switch.
So
Okay.
Since because then you have more chances to hit the guys directly in front of us with the bigger damage.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Which I'm gonna hold off on using that missile again.
So I'll give that to Gunner,
At least on this guy.
The front guy, to get a +2 to the checks.
So I have a +2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Engineers?
Alright, I'm going to try to patch the engines. I have to beat a 23. Yeah, I beat a 23. I got 15 plus 19.
Easy.
34.
So the engines are fully patched up.
Cool.
Nice.
Right.
See, it's almost like I made my character to be useful on a ship or in computer systems more than anything.
Womp,
Hey,
womp.
everyone. Looks like Mads is saying she can't make it tonight.
Yeah, I saw.
Oh.
Having the extra person would help, but I mean, everyone doing what they're doing right now is helping a lot. All right, I'm gonna just take Mads and just put on the GM layer. Okay. All right, and we go to helm phase. So in this case, pilots.
Hi. Hey, 19 plus 14, 33.
8 on the die. 8 on the die. All right,
Nice.
here going.
Alrighty.
So they go first, and we get to see what we get to work with.
And it's dumb because like I matched it, so I'm just like, all right, well, you know. You know what? I'm gonna try a maneuver with the one on the bottom, but I'm gonna move this one first at the top before I do that. All right, so he's gonna.
I'm thinking out of maneuvers for that. Radius would probably be either a barrel roll or a hard turn.
The one that's in front of you is gonna try to make a. He's gonna try to also do a maneuver. So pilot check.
Likely either a hard turn or a flip and burn.
17. Okay, he is going to end.
Slide.
One on the bottom. Let's
Did he just
see.
slide backwards? Is that what he did?
Mm-hmm.
He's going to definitely can't fly by and get to you. It's not possible. The other one's not going to do any stuff. He's too far away, and there's an asteroid between you and him. He's gonna ride towards the asteroid, almost as if he's like trying to get cover with the asteroid. Intern.
All right. I'm going to evade. My DC is 23. Well, 18 plus 14, 32 passes. So I have +2 to AC and TL till the start of the next round.
Nice.
I can
Okay.
also move as normal. 1, 2, turn. Oops. Not all the way turned. Turn. 3, 4. Turn. 5, 6.
Oh my gosh.
Turn. End turn.
Okay. The science officer has been somewhat proficient. We'll try that again. Science officer to scan the ship. Next phase down.
And it's
Say,
just within range. Holy shit.
24 to try to scan your computer. Just get past the first layer of the scan.
I'm pretty. Wait, it was the 10 plus.
DC for a scan, the DC for this check is equal to 5 plus 1.5 times the tier of the starship being scanned plus its bonus from defensive countermeasures.
With the bonus from defensive countermeasures, that would miss.
Okay, so he was trying to lock on to pick up your AC, your target lock, and your hit hold points and all that stuff, shield points and all that. It was unsuccessful.
Yeah, because the counter lock systems we have easily put us over.
The other one's going to just try to lock on because he can still push. They rolled a single digit, so it's not going to happen. Okay. Okay. Gunner phase. My captains are going to speak to their gunners. Punch the keys, for God's sakes.
Do your fucking
Come on,
jobs!
Gunner, you got this. Kick their ass, man.
Stop shooting the asteroid and do your fucking job!
But sir, it looks like my mother.
That is why you wait for the computer to give you a targeting algorithm. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Like one of them just turns around and see he's got like one of those child's hats on. Oh, sir, that hurts my feelings.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Oh, that's very derogatory. It's like a guy with an ass for a face.
On Spaceballs.
Exactly.
How many assholes do we have on here? Everyone stands up. I'm surrounded by assholes.
So, do we have any penalties to our weapon system right now?
No.
No.
Succeeded in the evade check.
Okay.
Succeeded on the
And-
evade check. The guns were never damaged, so there was no penalty to that.
So I'm giving myself a +4.
He.
All right, and
For the
Kwani
front
gave you the
cannons.
bonus, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she gave me the bonus, plus I'm taking one of the +2s.
Okay.
So
I'll
I have a
take the other
+4 to my
+2 if
roll.
everyone's all right with that.
I mean,
Yep.
if you guys don't use it, it's just the next round.
Yeah, it's a round of not being used.
Okay, so
Definitely.
that's a 22 plus 18, which makes it
Ooh,
40?
yeah.
Yeah. You're giving them an ass kicking.
Yeah.
And that is going to be 4d8.
Point blank shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dodge this motherfucker.
Bitch. Like a shotgun wedding.
We told you not to mess with us.
That one.
Ooh.
So they have 14, or I'm sorry, they have 15 each shield. So the 13 damage that you send. Oh wait, is that a crit? I'm looking at the D100 that I rolled. Okay, so the 13 points of damage that you did has 2 remaining points directly at its, I'll say front or side, because I feel like you could have chose either one of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decent amount of damage to their shield.
That being said, you do have another gunner with you.
Did your second attack hit?
I didn't do it a second attack.
Oh.
Just because we only have 3 more missiles.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah, by the way, do we have to like rebuy missiles at like every port, or do we like get those auto refilled in between fights?
I mean, it doesn't really specify, so I'm assuming it's an auto refill when you dock at a station.
But you don't have to then like spend money for it, or
no.
It doesn't specify.
I'm not gonna hinder that as a thing for this group, because I would rather, if you're spending money, it would be like something your character's gonna enjoy, your character's desire, not
Spending all your money on missiles.
not saving allowance for missiles.
All right, do your attack. We only got an hour left.
So for the sake of this game, ooh, that hits.
That's good.
all right. And let's see, the starboard cannon does 3d6.
Let's see.
I'm gonna have this target the same spot that gunner hit, so this will bash shield points and do damage.
Oh, this is
It's a
targeting
different ship.
The
this
other
one.
ship.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, because we were wanting to save our missiles.
If you would rather I use the missiles, then just tell me and I'll do a full attack.
I mean, with the way things are going, we might want to use the missiles.
Yeah.
Mm.
Especially on the one, because it's almost dead in the water, it seems.
Well, we don't know that. It's definitely taking damage. We don't know how much it's got left.
And since I've been patching up the ship, if they don't do any damage to us, then I could actually scan them. Otherwise, I'm busy fixing the ship.
Mm.
So that would be 7 damage to this ship's front.
So 15 minus 7, 8. So 8. Okay. I put the evade up there because I know Joe said he was stepping away for a second.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the remaining shield points on it. With Gunner, I feel like that could hit the front or its side. So I just put it as a whatever, like as a, it's 2 remaining. And so they balance it out or something.
Did Gunnar want to do that second attack or no?
I mean, if I'm doing a second attack, I need to make it a full attack, which means I need to take that -4, which wouldn't have mattered on a 40.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like, it wouldn't have mattered on the other roll.
That means I would still have a -2.
We might as well.
The -2, you still would have hit it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a -2 because I got the +2 from Kalani.
Yeah, this is for the other roll.
That's going to be 18. Let's say it's 13, so it becomes 18. 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. 31?
Oh my gosh. This
Yay!
It missed. God,
That's
they
a
have-
15 on the die.
That was a what?
That was a 15 on the die.
Okay, well now I know.
God, because our highest AC is 31.
Would you call the missile launcher a long arm?
I call it a long arm.
Just so I can get a +1. Uh,
I have an hour to make things happen, so let's say yes and let's say it hits.
oh, okay.
'Cause I have an hour to, because I don't want to stop this on Starship Combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun, but it's never
The
fun to end
entire
on it.
session on Starship Combat.
Okay, so it hits, and I'll do the 5d10. That's pretty good.
That's good. Okay, so
I'm assuming that's on the same shield side that was already depleted down to 2.
Yep, remove the 2 points, so that's a 27. Okay, you wound this thing pretty bad.
Did it hit another critical threshold with that
Yeah.
27?
Bitch.
D100, Connell?
Cool. So, dice.
I'm back.
A back.
50. So it's the same thing again.
Weapons array again. Oh shit.
Do we
1d4.
No,
Hey! Fuck
Okay,
your
that
front
front
guns, especially.
Unless they repaired it, now it's at the second level of damaged.
These technically happen at the same time, so I'm going to do this attack roll before that takes place. The gun that's in front of you. Okay, that's a miss. I rolled a nat 1. That was a complete miss.
You can probably say
other
that
one,
this
yeah.
damage occurred before that one.
So they probably like saw the shot and then the shield broke and completely lost the shot. The other one that has like a straight line of sight to you, kind of using the asteroid as quote unquote cover, so take a shot. And that was a 19 on the die. I didn't science officer do what I did before, so let me.
I don't know what your bonus is, but our armor class right now is 33.
And it's a 19 on the die. Chances are
Yeah.
they hit us.
I know.
That ties with what I have according to the module.
All right, cool.
14 gunnery. Okay. So that was the front cannon.
Wow. So that means that
Or-
thing needs a 19 to hit when I use evade. All right, using evade every turn.
Yep. Definitely want to do that. Because then they have to roll either 19 or 20 to hit us.
So this is the heavy torpedo launcher coming towards you.
Flat cannon. Someone use a flat cannon.
Okay.
For the love of God, use a flat cannon.
I'm trying.
Wait, is that target? Does that go against target lock?
Let me double check.
I think if it had
Okay.
speed, it goes against target lock. I could be wrong though.
I mean, the missiles go against target lock.
Alright, I use the flak.
So,
If I'm able to.
I'm just double checking. With the module, with all the modules, they'll tell you what the weapons are. They'll tell you the damage. They don't tell you the range of the weapons. So you like have to look it up and then you
Yeah.
have to look at everything else. So it is a bit of a nuisance, but I'm looking it up.
yeah, trust me, I
Can't
know
wait for
when I
that
was setting
shit
up
book.
when I was setting up those fights in my campaign, I understand.
Can't wait for that shit book.
Okay. Let me see. Hexes, speed, damage, PCU, costs.
I am loving the information I keep hearing about the ship book, and I cannot wait until it's finally released.
Weapon with 1, 2. I gotta find it. It's like it keeps directing me to another one, and it's just not helping. Where is it? Yeah, the hidden truth hasn't helped me. I have to find Aeon's SRD.
It's probably in the core rulebook. I mean, it should be in the core rulebook. Ships.
I just had the heavy torpedo one drop.
Heavy weapons, heavy. I'm just gonna keep this up as a tab as well. Tracking. So the target lock.
Yeah, goes against TL.
Yeah, so that'd be against your TL. So 15 plus 19, so 33 against your target lock instead of your AC.
32. It's one less, so it beats it by one. Cool.
I'm sorry, flat cannon, right?
Yeah, flat
Flag
cannon. It's a 10 plus the weapon's tracking speed. So whoever's using the flat cannon has to beat 10 plus the weapon's tracking speed.
Which is
I believe that was the 14 stat. It's the same weapon.
okay. So
You have to beat a 24 with a plus 8.
Right.
I got 25.
Hey,
17 plus 8.
And that is why I kept the flak thrower.
okay. At the beginning of the phase, choose what phase you'd like to be in, and then I will start with me.
I'm gonna stick where I was.
I mean, should
Same.
I start scanning people or giving boosts to the guns?
Well, that's what the cats will probably do. So I think doing a scan would be good.
Yeah.
Alright, so back on science for me.
Okay. So, engineering phase. Are you going to be Captain Kalani? Or
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am at right now as captain. Use my diplomacy to be of more help.
would you like to do anything on engineering phase, or would you like to see how everyone else does and maybe offer assistance as need be?
I think I was gonna do that encourage again. We can do a 15 on the die. And 5 on my expertise die, with my diplomacy as a 13. So 15, 13, and 5. So that's a 33. And it's going to go to Gunner again.
All right.
The plus 2s. Take
Gotcha.
out the ship that's in front of us.
Onward.
When you take
You're doing great. Keep going. Let's
Thank
show them why you don't mess with her.
when you take a look, when all of you as a party take a look at the ship that's directly in front of you, you see this big gaping hole where a shield does not seem to be protecting it, and it looks like they're trying to direct power over. I got another nat one, so there's a big opening. And I'll leave this to Gunner. Were you aiming for the front, or were you aiming towards?
Hit
What's
the
that?
hit the fucker in the front. That's where the shields
Yeah.
are down.
Hit him in that hole.
Wherever you decide is gonna, as Joe being a pilot, is gonna kind of determine that. But I'm
Probably
leaving
the
it.
front.
Okay.
They also can't fire from us on the front, pretty much.
Yeah, the front's pretty tore up. Okay. So you see that they're trying to patch up towards the front, but there still seems to be like a gaping hole in front that looks like you could easily damage the ship as long as the shots go through. From that, we're going to go into helm phase.
Which I have another question. Should I make it better for us to hit them, or make it harder for one of them to hit us?
Well, with the evade, we already know that they have to get a super high roll just to hit us, right?
Yeah.
So probably be better for us to be able to hit them, being that only a 19 or 20 is going to hit us.
All right.
At least that's what I'm thinking, right?
At least with that one weapon, but yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna use lock on.
Lock on. Which
While
means what?
While you were rolling that, I'm going to roll off with Joe on the
I
pilot.
spend 1 resolve point. You can lock your starship target systems onto one enemy
11
vessel.
plus 14, 25.
If I succeed, the starship gains a +2 bonus to gunnery checks against the target for the rest of the round.
Nice. So I can do a full attack without any negatives. If you succeed.
Yeah, and that's a 5 plus 1.5 the tier of the target ship plus its defensive countermeasures.
I'm doing my pilot checks right now to try to speed this up a little bit. 1, 2, 14 and 16 on the die. So that would put the 1.
Alright, does 35 beat their defensive countermeasures with 5 plus 1.5 the tier of the ship?
Yes, it does.
Yes. So the one directly in front of us, you can light that fucker up.
No negatives.
Okay.
And that is for one whole round, so everyone could fire on that one ship and fuck them up.
Hey, they
Alright.
decided to try
Let's get movement.
Okay.
Kick his ass. Make him regret his decision.
So the lowest
You don't order me.
tier is actually the one that's directly in front of you. So he is going to. Seeing that he
You don't order me around.
directly in the front, he's going to just try to make it difficult to get a shot. So he's going to go directly forward and he has a total of 8 spaces that he can move. So he's going to move 3 to go here. And then 5 to go there.
He moved out of our attack zone. We could have attack of opportunity.
Flip and burn? Or no, it's best to get the extra armor.
Maybe I should.
Because I believe flip and burn doesn't give any bonus to armor.
Flip and burn also has our actual total speed. Taking a look at my choices here.
And movement for the 2 ships.
Oh yeah, I also can't actually rotate. It just flips, so that doesn't actually.
So are we gonna go? Should we go for the one that's injured and running away, or should we go for the full out one?
In which case, that leads me to a question. Does the one I selected have to be the one that is trying to run away?
If you decide to go for the other ship, I will not penalize you as a party for it.
Okay.
I'll switch it to the new target. Again, we have a bit of like a limit on time. I would like to not end on Starship, so whatever I can do to help this smoothly, I will.
I can use back up to get here without turning. So it would put us in range of our starboard and aft weapons. Is that not decent though?
Yeah, the aft weapon is really weak. It's best that we try to face our enemy more than anything.
So maybe it's best for us to go for the other one and then use a port or aft weapon on the one running if we had the range.
Like full burn towards the one that's coming at us and try to loop around at the other one.
Full burn wouldn't help because I'd have to go here before I could turn. So I could just do a regular move. Or an evade.
That's what I'm saying, is like head off in this direction before like looping around this way to see about the other one. But yeah, give us a good shot at this one before coming around to hit this one.
Alright, so I'm going to use evade then. DC's 23.
Alright.
10 plus 14 is 24, so I just hit it.
Yeah.
1, 2. 3, 4. Alright. Yeah, I think that's going to be the best.
And they're within the short range, so we could actually hit them with the 3 different guns.
Can I face this direction, or do I have to face one of the edges?
I think that's fine.
It should be fine.
Okay. Not quite sure how turning works in this. I mean, that's where I was originally.
I mean, either way, I think we'll be able to get them off all 3 guns.
Yeah.
They're all within that cone.
Alright, yeah. Let's just leave it like that.
Yeah, the 2 forwards in the turret, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, end turn.
Okay.
So it's a +2 to everything going at the fucker.
So I'll go first. It's gunnery phase, right?
Yeah, I'm going to take one of my science officer actions
Cool, go.
in the background, but yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I am working with. I'm going to do. What is it called again? Fire at will, but because of all the additions, I am doing no negatives. The first one is a 35.
Nice.
Do that with the torpedoes.
Definitely hits. I'm sorry.
Boop. All right. Second attack. That one's going to be a 29.
29 will.
Okay.
And
Used to hit with the torpedo.
a toner?
Wait. Can I hit him with a 31?
A 31 would normally miss, but with time, what time it is, I will count it as a hit.
Okay,
So
because
that's
I
a
can put
computer
the
bonus.
+2 on there. No, just the thing we have for +2s.
Yeah.
So 31. So we'll say that. And then what was that again? It was 48. All right.
Where's the toner?
Black.
Alright,
you
so I'll be hitting
Hit-
this one over here with
No,
the...
hit this one.
I can't, though. You just use both front cannons.
You have
The
the
flat
flat
cannon.
cannon.
Oh, you use the flat cannon?
And
Yeah.
you have a +2 to hit him.
Or boy, I thought we were saving the flat cannon.
I mean, it could be used as a reaction. But the reason why I was saying to hold off on it is because it's pretty weak on damage, but we're just lighting up this fucker.
Okay, because it says weapon can only be fired once per round. Reaction negates that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know. All right.
All right.
So
The reason why I didn't use it before is because they were well out of range.
Okay, I thought the reason why I like want to use it before was because then you couldn't use it as a reaction.
It's all good.
They
Just
were
do the attack.
they were well out of range, and then it was weak damage, so it was holding off. But now we're just lighting this fucker up, so use it.
All right, and
Roll attack.
so +2 from the computer, and then any other bonuses.
+2 from my science lock on. So that's a +4 with that. Plus your piloting and oof.
That's a miss. All right.
God, even with all those bonuses. All right, so that would be our gunnery phase.
So the science officer phase, I did in the background. They got a 28 to scan your ship. Next line of information for AC, target lock, total and current hull points, current and total and current shield points in each quadrant, and core PCU value.
The scanning thing that was.
It's 5 plus 1.5 times the tier of the starshipping scan plus defensive countermeasures.
And the countermeasures.
For every 5 that exceeds the check, they learn another piece of information.
5, 10, 19. I think it's a 23 is the total equation that they need to beat.
So with a 27, they continue to scan your computer. You are it's followed up with just the AI system of your computer. So you're being scanned by another ship, referring to the one that you just let off damage to just now.
Cool.
And that is that. I'm gonna go to gunner phase.
This is
You
the
are
second time
in
those fuckers scanned
also
us.
their forward and turret, so they're gonna apply the same thing. Since I already mentioned that their gunner is a +14, I'm just gonna roll d20 twice and add 14 to it. I need a 19 or 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, neither.
Nope.
Continue.
All right, so we're on to our
Phase.
phase, right?
New phase. Is everyone good to go?
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't
I
take
do
any
the same
damage. We didn't take any damage, so I don't need to fix anything, and I might as well just keep scanning or locking on.
Lock on.
Okay. Engineering phase. Kalani is captain, so Kalani can go at any point. Would you like to go now?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Doing the encourage to. Who should I go with this time? Gunner or
I say gunner because he has a higher piloting than me anyway, so you might as well like pump the one that's already like good
Okay.
to get the most out of it. But I don't know if that's actually the most efficient way. I don't know, but
I mean, also I could do broadside this time, depending on if they're in front of us or not.
yeah.
Looks like they are.
So that'll nullify the penalty I get from that.
But I rolled a 15. Diplomacy, of course, is my 13, and then my 5 for my expertise. So 33 again.
Encourage.
Yep, I'm encouraging you again. Come on, Gunner, you've got this. Keep it up.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. How is Snow dealing with Kalani just parked in the captain's chair?
I mean, Snow doesn't care who's really in that chair because she's pretty much the one like speaking into everyone's comms, like, okay, target this. We would need to go here.
Captain
I'm
only
just
in name.
acting captain. I'm not the real captain. Come on now.
Because I mean, even
Even I
during
know
all
this.
of this, I'm saying, okay, so and so needs to use this gun, so and so needs to use this gun. We should aim at this guy.
Okay.
It's like Snow's pretty much
So that
doing
works.
that.
Yeah.
Piloting.
Success. Home phase.
Home phase.
I'll do pilot rolls with Joe. Science officer can go at any point.
I'll probably wait until the movement is done
16
before I
plus
go.
14, 30.
Wow. I thought I had you.
For once, you thought you had him, and no.
I've got you this time.
Sorry.
So listen, my pilot, according to this module, my pilot's a plus 21. You know how many times I've succeeded over Joe
Holy
in
shit!
piloting?
Never.
Not once.
And Joe has like one
got
of
the
the
crits.
lowest of all the piling that we have. Holy shit!
Yeah, a lot of single digits when it comes to piloting, but then when it comes to attacks, it's like, oh, here we are. Actually, wait, you said you had 30? I tie you.
So you go first, I think, right? Or I mean, you win because you have more ranks than me.
I believe.
Yeah. Let's see. The one is going to fly behind the asteroid.
Get out of here.
Run away, little girl. Run away.
They're probably fixing all their busted shit.
Yeah.
And because it's out of your line of sight, I'm going to say it's just not something you need to worry about right now. He looks like he's trying to flee, ultimately.
I mean, I did.
Their
warn
pilot
them.
is just dabbing his forehead, just going like, "Oh god, oh god."
I did
What
warn
the hell
them.
did we get ourselves into?
Now, the other pilot was one that I matched 30 with you, so it's your movement and then mine.
It's funny because that first ship was the one that I told them we will fire on you.
Okay, so whenever Joe chooses where to move, I will follow. Did you already do science officer? Did I miss that part?
She wanted to see the movement of the ships before doing it.
Okay.
Right.
So then you have the one that's directly in front of you. Its front shield has been opened up. It took 1 point of damage because it was 16 total.
Would you guys like to do a flyby to guarantee a hit in that area? Because otherwise, I can't guarantee that we'll face that area after movement.
I would like to be facing forward so I can do a broadside. Or at least start forward toward them.
And the
I
problem
don't
is we
have the
cannot
element.
guarantee that with him going
Right.
after.
I'm not moving first, or I'm not moving
So-
last this turn.
Flyby would probably be the best option to guarantee a hit. And I
As it
should
says during
still.
the following gunnery phase, you can select one arc of your starship's weapon to fire the enemy vessel as if the vessel were in close range against any quadrant of the enemy starship. So it lets us choose.
Okay. Yeah. It's probably the best option.
All right, now with that, is the broadside count for that, or is it just like a single attack?
No, it's at 6th level, I can expend 1 resolve point to fire all starship weapons mounted in 1 arc.
Because what I'm thinking, if you can do the
And this lets you select one
flyby
arc anyway.
with the
So, yeah.
with the broadside together.
Seems like it.
All right.
I mean, the flyby lets you fire a whole arc, so it's basically the same thing.
Yeah. So let's do that.
Yeah. In fact, it probably actually saves kind of the
Resolve point and the -2 penalty.
Correct.
Cool.
And plus, you're gonna get my bonus
If
if
I
I
fail.
succeed.
Or if I succeed.
Plus area,
So
the
I need
bonus.
to, let's see, my 15 plus half the starship. So it's a tier 9, Brandon, the ship's like ours.
Tier 8.
It's a tier 8, so 4. So 15 plus 6, 21. I have to beat. No. 1.5. 1. 8 plus 4, 12. 27. 27 is the DC.
Okay.
1, half, 8, 4, 12, 15, 27. Fuck. All right.
I think
15
it would
plus 14, 29.
I think it would still require Gunner to use the
I mean, I could
resolve
have used
point.
the plus 2 if needed. Huh? What's that?
I think it would still require Gunner to use the resolve point. It's just reading how it works. I think it's like you pick which aft we want to use, and then that counts as being close.
I mean, this lets him fire, and my flyby lets him fire an arc. Doesn't broadside just let him fire an arc?
It allows me to fire all weapons in an arc for a resolve point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
fire one
that's
arc.
saying basically like you pick which arc on our ship we want to use, and then it would still count as like a normal attack. It's not saying you attack with all weapons on that arc.
It's a ability of fire, so instead
Yeah,
of
or at least that's how I'm reading it. Like I'm reading it as basically like you'd get to basically pick then which weapon on that arc you'd want to shoot as being at close range.
Are arcs the links that weapons force between, or arc is just the location?
the arc is the weapon's location and what it can aim
Oh,
for.
then Blake's right. Sorry, I was confusing it with.
Okay,
the
don't
thing
matter.
that
I
you
just need to
form
get this
between
going,
groups
so
of
let's go.
weapons.
Yeah, sorry. I was just like
No, you're right.
reading stuff.
Trigger.
No, I confused the terminology. Okay,
It's fine.
Yeah, so
Somebody
so
being trigger happy.
Anyway,
Anyways,
I succeeded.
I also got a
So-
33.
1, 2,
33
turn.
for the
3,
lock on.
4.
Success.
All right, so you get a +2 to hit it.
Turn.
Anyone who fires at it.
5,
So I have a +4.
6. Turn. All right, so that's all the way out. End the turn. But yeah, I did pass through the square, Brandon, as you saw. All right, end turn.
Just trying to check one thing real quick. You try to maneuver. I kind of want to try one too, but I'm not trying to hold everyone up. So what I will do instead is just see one more flyby during the following gunning phase. Okay. Attack. So you didn't provoke an attack, a free attack. Okay. All right. I'm going to use something like a unique one. And although you're doing a flyby attack, I'll do this roll first. Let me do the science roll. 29 science officer roll. Just scan your ship.
I think a 29 succeeds. Let me double check.
1.5 times the tier 5 plus 1.5 times the ship plus defensive.
I think it's 23 is our defensive countermeasures total. I'm trying to remember also is the anti-hack system. I think it's just for anyone who tries to hack into the system and not scanning it.
So as Joe performs this very complicated maneuver against this ship, your AI system picks up again that you're being scanned by the ship that's directly in front of you. And with Joe pulling this amazing maneuver, you see that the ship is actually continuing to go forward, and it looks as if it's getting ready to like put its thrusters on high gear, like it's also trying to evade your ship. So what I'm gonna do is he's just gonna the attack is still going to count from the point of the perspective of the flyby. So I'm going to count as if you were just adjacent to them when you made the attack. So you don't have to worry about hexes or anything like that.
Okay.
For the sake of the quadrants and stuff. But this ship, as Joe pulled the flyby maneuver, the other ship looked like it wasn't phased by it. Like, not at all. And when you kind of think of a reasoning behind it, they've been spending a lot of time scanning your ship, and now they look to be fleeing.
All right. So I'll still do my broadside then.
Gunner phase.
Heck yeah.
All right. I have a plus.
Broadside
Yeah.
them with our front guns.
Yeah, all three of them. So that's a +2 because I got the motivation plus the lock on. Well, I can actually make it a +4 because of the other thing. So +4 to torpedo. I mean that's an
After the
18 plus
-2, or-
17. No, broadside is only -2.
Yeah.
So with Kalani, that's depleted, plus the check from Jen, plus the thing that we have to add +2.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
Yes. So it's going to hit. It's an 18 plus 17 plus 4.
Nice.
D10. Ooh.
Oh, that's a nice roll.
Damn good.
Then this one's only a +2.
It doesn't
Mm,
have any
that's probably gonna
information
miss.
that I could tell for the anti-hack system. I guess
Yeah, it's a 30, so that misses.
How
Flat
about you add
cannon.
the 2 to it?
Can I do that on that attack as well?
The duo node? Are they both used?
I used one on the previous one. Am I allowed to use the second one on this one?
I mean it's one available
Let me
for every
double
check.
the wording.
Okay, so then it would be, if you don't mind me using that, Blake.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can't
yeah, you
use it. You can't add multiple to the same check, but you
Okay,
can
but you
add
can do it to
multiple
different
checks in
checks.
a round.
Yeah.
Is that cool, Blake?
Yeah.
Okay, so that
Because
would make it a 32.
If we can kill it in this, then I don't even have to go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well that's a 32, so that hits, correct?
Brandon?
I'm sorry. Yes, I thought I was holding shift fly.
Okay. Then flat cannon, which is only the +2. That's a 19 plus 18 plus 2. So that's going to hit too. Everything hit. That's good. And what is the flat cannon again? It's a 3d4.
Not bad.
It's that bit of extra damage.
Just send it off right in the ass.
It's like, yeah, don't come back.
So it's a total of 31, 17, and 7.
Yep.
Give me a D100 roll.
55. 55.
All right. Fucking the 50s. It's always 50s.
That's the total
All the
damage.
Yeah.
And is Toner also shooting?
That's a random weapon, right?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the weapons
That is
again.
one of the side weapons.
Oh my god.
And yeah, I'll be shooting our port gun. Assuming it's still alive, right?
Yeah, everything should be alive.
Still alive.
Barely.
34 hit.
And
Yes.
did you add the +2 that I got? But I mean, it hit anyway.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
they
Otherwise, it
would.
would have been a plus 15.
okay.
Yeah, because my piloting is a 15, and then I added +2 from you.
Cool. Hey, Snow's always super busy.
For a shiny 10 damage.
Yeah, it works.
It's damage.
Damn straight.
All right, I'm gonna attempt my one attack roll from the ass that just got pounded just now.
Yeah, run away.
Hurl maneuver. Fuck yeah.
Plus 14. Joe, you did not do evade this turn.
Nope.
Okay.
Oof.
Of course.
This was an attack here. Let me see what it is. Just to see what AC. This is the light particle beam.
All right.
So for 10 points of damage.
All right. That didn't
And then,
break through the shield.
as I mentioned, this ship that's directly in front of you looks as if it is fleeing away from you. So I'm gonna change Starship Combat slightly by making this kind of like a chase sequence because they're both fleeing from you.
I mean,
I'm gonna
if we're
keep
gonna
it
chase
in
anyone, we're gonna chase the motherfucker that's been scanning us.
Yeah, which is this one?
So both of them have at least made one scan on you, but the one that's closest to you has went through 3 layers of scanning, I should say,
Yeah.
where the other one had just one. The ships themselves both look identical, so it would be easy to assume that they are associated with each other. Those shots was shot towards each other. They were both focused on you. So I'm going to do one round of what I'm calling like a chase sequence. I'm going to keep it in the same starship order. It's just me trying something different since I have like 15 minutes roughly. Their attempt right now is just trying to evade. So we're going to go just through this phase and see what happens. Engineering phase. I'm going to take the engineer part on their end. They're going to try to patch up everything. Kalani, are you still taking the role of captain?
Thinking of it. What do you think, guys? Should I continue doing what I've been doing?
Sure.
Might as well.
Okay. Yep, so I'll continue doing what I've been doing. Should I do the encourage or should I try and taunt them?
I mean, encouraging us might give us that little boost we need to hit or kill them.
Okay, so I'll just, as I said, fully continue what I was doing.
Yep.
Acting captain, encouraging. I did an 18 on the die, plus the 5 for my experience, my expertise, on top of my 13 for diplomacy. So basically same as before.
Alright, so that works. Plus 2.
Okay. I'm gonna actually retcon what I just said with them diverting power towards the shield. They're going to try to put power into their speed. They are going to divert power into towards their engines to increase their speed this round.
Open up the window. I'm gonna shoot him with my gun.
Just something you spot. As I mentioned last turn, looked like they were trying to slightly open up their thrusters more as if they're trying to make a run for it. So that's that. We're gonna go into helm phase.
Alright, so I guess I'll... I'm assuming we're following like directly behind them, so I don't have to worry about like the port or starboard shields.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually remove the asteroids and I'm gonna place them both in front of. The one had a bit of a head start, the just red dot one.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so I'm gonna lock on onto the red and blue.
And I'm just gonna shift everything downwards.
I'm pretty sure that actually failed. It's a 29. Wait, how close is it with the 29?
For lock on?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 plus 1.5 plus countermeasures. So 8, 4, so 12 plus 5 plus countermeasure.
So our countermeasure level was 5.
I think you had a 29.
Yeah.
Yeah, since it's a plus 5, I think you actually did succeed.
Mhm.
1 resolve, 5 plus 12, which is 17. Plus the countermeasure. So it'd be like 23 or 24 without me having to flip screens.
Okay,
You
so
have
I don't need to
25.
use the computer system for help. Alright. Yeah, so lock on to the red and blue. Gonna keep fucking that asshole up because he got information that he was probably looking for.
So I have a +4.
Mhm.
Cool.
Just like last time, man. Ram it up their butt.
Anything else home phase wise? No.
Yeah, other than piloting, which I'm sure is not currently being tabulated.
I mean, we could do pilot. We could do pilot, but sure, let's do it. I got a plus 21. I'm gonna use the online and all. Let's do it.
Go Joe.
Better than none.
Okay, well, one positive, but I cannot lie to you when I say my pilot rolls have been shit.
13 plus 14, 27.
Nice.
They're screwed.
And that was in the low end for Joe, too.
Yeah.
27 on piloting.
Just
I rolled
ram
like
them,
a 9 and 10
ram us
tonight, I
up
think.
their butt. Say, yeah, you can try and run.
The one with the red dot, it looks like parts of it have patched back up. That gaping hole that was directly in front of it looks like it's been sealed, and it's just going at full speed forward. It's heading towards the planet Verces that you see. The other ship seems to also be going that pathway as well. I just can't go until after Joe. And if Joe wants to do any fancy maneuvers, he can definitely attempt it.
Yeah,
Come
whatever's
on,
going to
Joe,
give
you
us a
got
bit
it.
of extra speed to keep up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be
See,
right
the
on
thing
your
is, if I
butt.
go full speed, I'm not going to be able to turn enough to go that way.
Eh,
What I
No,
really
it's
need
turn
was a
next
chief
time.
mate to increase my turn, my maneuverability for a turn. That's what I really needed.
From what you can tell, it looks like he's just going forward. He's also going to the planet as
What was it? Athletics?
well.
Athletics or acrobatics.
So I can
Turner,
go-
do you want to try and do it?
This is where I can get this turn.
What's the roll for it?
I got it.
Because if you do it, then I can do a broadside as long as we're facing forward
Yeah,
and do 3 weapon attacks.
which is probably the best thing we can
Hard
do.
turn. 10 plus
Yeah.
1/1/2 time charge up here. So half plus
So
13, 23.
yeah, it would be 10 plus 13.
So you had to be at 23.
And it's your D20 plus your acrobatics or athletics, whichever is higher.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's literally a 50-50 because I have a 13 athletics.
All right.
Okay.
So it's a 50-50 coin toss.
Let's do this.
Fucking do it.
Come on, you can do it. High speed ram.
Yeah!
Hot damn.
Not gonna go with that easy,
All right,
fuckers.
so now we've
So
gone from
our
average to quick
ability of the
maneuverability.
starship is improved by 1 step.
Yep. So 1 turn, 2 turn, and now I can actually use full power. So I can go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice.
Now the full power. Let's see. Full power does something. No, it doesn't. It just made it so that
Broadside, motherfucker!
I didn't turn as much.
Now, if we only had a space rammer.
I mean, there is something for that in the new module book. The Starship module book, they actually do have a battering ram that you can put on your ship.
Nice. We should get that next time around.
Like I said, this new
That
ship
would be
book, when
hilarious.
it comes out, is going to have a shit ton of stuff, and I'm really excited for it.
Is it gunnery phase?
I believe so, because
I'm
I
done.
did my lock on. The fast
Brandon?
turn was done. The
I'm gonna do my movement, but you can take your gunner action. He's just moving forward. But before he does move forward, I need everyone to make a perception check.
Okay, I'll keep this for when I do it. Nope,
17 and 15.
that's a 14.
6 plus 10, so 16.
that is a nat 20 plus 16.
There you go.
5.
Snow just noticing everything.
Yeah.
So everyone is.
I have 17, 15. So.
I'm too busy literally like pulling a Spider-Man with a train with the ship.
So both are heading towards Verces. Before I move the ship on the left that's next to you, Verces itself, half of the planet has the side of it where the sun always touches, and it has a side that looks like the sun never reaches. Don't Lion King quote me on that one. But what you see is the ship with the red dot that's directly ahead of you seems to be heading in the direction of where the dark side of Verces is located, while the ship that's now going to move seems to be heading towards like the lighter side of it. I'm going to send the shot to you in the chat, but I'm going to move, and feel free to take the gunner actions now.
Okay, well, my first attack is a 35 to hit. So that's going to be the missile.
Pound that ass. Pound that ass.
So that's that. Then second attack.
I imagine the red blue ship was just like, hey, we got away. Oh!
Oh, fuck!
So that makes that. I'm going to do the thing again. So I use both of the nodes to make that a +4. So that's a 15 plus 18. 15 plus 18. So that hits. And that's, what is it again? That's 48. Nice. And then flat cannon, which will miss.
Still. That's 50 something damage.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's 52.
You're getting an ass kicking.
Just pounding that ass. Holy shit.
Just uploaded a picture of it into the chat, and you'll see like
Mm.
on the right side of it, it's a bit darker than compared to on the left side, and that's exactly where these two ships are going. The one that's red is heading towards that right side. the other one is heading towards like the more lighter side where the sun can be seen showing on that side.
The
Um,
desert side
One
versus the
side
ice cube
desert, the other
side.
side ice cap.
With the chill points that was located towards the back end part of the ship, you decimate 15 of it, and it takes another 10 hit points of damage. Just from your perspective, both ships are going in two different directions. So trying to pursue both of them is going to lead you nowhere. Giving you guys a choice to make, and I think that's what my cliffhanger is going to be. The light side or the dark side of the moon. How got the damage,
today.
whichever you choose, I can play off of it. But
I mean, Snow would actually notice the difference between the two. It's like we would probably be like fare a lot better in the dark side with the cold than we would the hot side.
Mm-hmm. I mean, considering we came from a cold planet.
But at the same time, the one that scanned us the most is going to the hot side.
I feel like the one we need to go for is the one going to the hot side.
Split up to make us have to choose. I mean, they're pretty much the same type of ship, right?
Yeah, but one has more information than the other.
One of them has more information than the other, assuming that they didn't transmit all the information to the other.
Yeah, which they probably could have if they wanted to.
I mean, there were
Of all the damage we've been putting into them.
Mm-hmm.
We also didn't damage their communications at all, so it's very probable they could have transmitted the data so that at least one of them would have made it to the planet with the data.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking on going back to ground level, we should actually probably follow the other one. Just to give us that bit of an extra edge in surviving.
Yeah, you're the actual captain now.
Yeah, no, this is all on you.
Yippers.
And that's the decision Snow's probably going to go for, even though it's going to eat at her for not following the red and blue one.
We can probably find them pretty easy once we're on the planet anyway.
I'm sorry, that was
next episode.
Can it be tomorrow?
I know. Let's play again tomorrow.
I mean, I have a different game to play tomorrow, so I wouldn't be able to.
All right, let's make it Wednesday then.